should be doing something for yourself while you're listening. Okay. I'm gonna do this little short video here. Okay. So I'm gonna talk about how to really become unstoppable. Okay, it's the only real way. Every other way has a ceiling. Every other way, you will crash and burn eventually. Okay, so you want to know a way to become unstoppable without the risk of crashing or coming to a screeching halt or giving up. So I'm gonna show y'all how us great writers, us people that seem like they're gifted, how we become so unstoppable. Okay. All right. We're gonna talk about this in the video. You should be doing something for yourself. Okay, get the most out of your time. All right. I saw a quote today online when I was looking up about the life of writers in history, and the one writer said, "Sitting is a form of smoking now." So if you are sitting, especially in the morning, it could be a form of smoking. So you should try to do something for yourself. You may not need to do it for a long time, but do something for yourself so it doesn't seem like you're just sitting and smoking, even when you're not smoking. So we're going to get more into this. I just wanted to clear the air a little bit here. Okay. All right, we're going to wait till we get more people in. I'm setting up my station, setting things up. This is why I love doing faceless silent videos like this, because then I can do me at the same time. Hi, everybody. Okay. I might give y'all something to look at. I know some of y'all like, I want something to see. But guess what? That's one of the reasons why you're not unstoppable. You need to sometimes have nothing to see. Like, nothing special to see, just void. You would not believe how powerful you can become when you're just staring into the void for long periods of time, especially like when you're just staring into the dark space of your room or you're just staring at the sky. A lot of people need that more. We've been seeing too much. We can see too much. We can see so many people's lives. There's so many videos, there's so many apps. We're seeing all these apps on our cell phone. We're seeing all these movies on our TV. At this point, y'all, we need to see what's more in our minds. Okay? We need to have our imagination protected. We have to set up some serious boundaries for our imagination. And this is real, y'all. Okay. So I got that going on. I might light a candle. Hi everybody. I'm just gonna talk to y'all while I'm getting some me time in. Yeah. A little bit of candlelight here. For some people, they come for the ASMR sounds. So I am reselling my hair. Reselling. I did a quick rosemary and baking soda and co-wash. I did a quick co-wash on my hair. Hi everybody. We're waiting until we get more people in. So the real way to become unstoppable is to break your day down into three parts, okay? Like a three act. You know, like stories have three acts to it. Great stories do usually. So break your day down into three acts. Now per act, you're going to get self-care in. You're going to get something creative in. You're going to do something creative, and you're going to do some cleaning. And you're going to have a brief time to pray. Okay? The prayer time is going to be when you feel like you got some downtime in that 3 hour window. So your 3 act play. So you're writing your story every day. Every day is another story within the big picture of your life. Look at your life like this huge canvas, and there's all these stories that are overlapping each other from many days that you've lived, if you want to call it days. Okay. A day, really, there is no day. There's just a frequency, and the frequency has little strips on it, like a director's movie film. And those little strips are the days that we call days. And those little strips on the film of your frequency, as a whole, they must be in a high percentage of the reality that you know you need to be in order to take action to manifest your selected dream life, whatever the creator has chosen for you. If you don't believe in the creator, you can say the cosmic energy. If you're non-traditional, you can also say just who you are, okay, energetically. So you have to break your day down into a story, okay? This means the moment that you wake up, you should write down the time, and then there's about 3 hours, okay? And if you spend too much time on one thing, something else that you're supposed to do in that hour, you're probably going to procrastinate doing. So you have to treat it like I have to have time for each thing: self care, my creative work, whatever I'm going to be of service in, okay, and my environmental care, the care, taking care of my environment. But also those 17 minutes, like Phil talk about, where you're spending time with your partner if you are married or if you have a boo. So you want to have that 30 spare minutes, 17 to 30 minutes, where you're connecting with your partner or your kids, okay? So we know that the average work day is 8 hours, okay? When we work a 9 to 5 job, 40 hours a week. So if we're doing it in our, just as our story of our life, then it's about 9 hours, 3, 6, 9. It's not going to seem that long because you are doing what makes you happy. See, 9 hours is going to feel like only 5 hours spent using your energy because you are getting everything in that you need for yourself. See, when you work a 9 to 5 job, there are things you're not able to do. They don't really give you much time to stop and take care of you. Your employer doesn't give you much time for that. Um, it also doesn't give you time to go home and do a little cleaning. Unless you drive home on your lunch break, do some cleaning, and drive back to work. So the problem is, hi everybody, hi everybody. The problem is it's very hard to become unstoppable in each area of your life when you are working 8 hours a day at a 9 to 5 job. Most likely, you will have to quit your job or you will have to work part time. If you live in a house where everyone's working part time, it will be easier for everyone to get that 3 act into their life because all of you can help each other out because you have the time. See what I'm saying? So really, if you're living with like three other people, everyone should be working part time, 9 to 5 job, no more than that. Okay, and this will get really easy to do if you are doing what you're really good at when you're not at your job. Because what you're really good at when you're not at your job, you're going to be making money off of that too. See what I'm saying? So let's say you work part time. You're working 30 hours a week or 20 hours a week. Okay? 20 hours a week. That leaves you with another 20 hours free for your 3 act daily schedule. So 9 times out of 10, you would still you would have your 3 act schedule all the way up till bedtime. So you would work 4 hours in the morning. Let's say you work 4 hours in the morning at your 9 to 5 job. The rest of the hours until bedtime will be your 3 act story. So by the time you get done with your 3 act story, it's time for you to go to bed. Okay? So your 3 act, each part of your act, each act out of the 3 stories has to be broken down into little acts. Okay? So let's say the first act of your day is the first hour and a half or first hour. You have to break that down into little acts. So 20-minute walk for self-care. You can include praying while you're walking. So you got your 20-minute walk in. Okay, then you got your next 20 minutes. You can look at the walk as self-care. So 20-minute walk is self-care, 20 minutes to clean. And we know with their 60 minutes in an hour, something like that, y'all. If I'm counting wrong, just forgive me here. It's early. So let's say you got another 40 minutes in that, another 20 minutes in that hour. That's the 20 minutes that you can actually spend on something creative. So you can maybe do a 20-minute sprint, and then you may spend the last 10 more minutes just like doing a quick cleaning of your environment. Okay? It's not about how long you're doing each thing. It's about that you're doing it. Okay? That you are doing it and you're being consistent. Really, every part of your act should always include self-care. Otherwise, the other parts of the act you're not going to want to do. So if you say I'm just going to clean my house and I'm just going to be creative, you may not simply do those well, or you may not even do them because your personal self-care, like physical, okay, has not been done. Believe it or not, the spiritual and physical need to be done before you actually try to physically create something. So you should actually be like, okay, no matter even if I don't do anything else in these 3 hours, I have to get some spiritual and physical care in. Because if I don't, at some point during my day, I'm going to procrastinate with the other type of care. Hi, everybody. So, the very first, and I know this sounds wild that y'all hearing it this way because a lot of people glamorize jumping up and immediately, doing some work for other people, or jumping up and immediately going to their 9 to 5 job, or jumping up. A lot of people glamorize that. Even writers do. I'm going to sit down and write as soon as I wake up. Eventually, they'll find that they're pushing through the writing. They'll find that it's like they're in a sweatshop while they're trying to write. Writing is a sweatshop. It should never feel that way. And it won't feel that way if you have got some self-care in. Remember, it's not about how much, it's about that you did something. So if you wake up the first hour of your day and you're like, I'm gonna go for a walk, that's self-care. You did something. So then you're ready at that point to go into something else. You're ready to talk to your family members. You're ready to do something creative. You're ready to clean. Like, believe it or not, your personal self-care usually has to come before everything else, every single act in your day. So every 3 hours, self-care. That has to be it. Or you can do it every hour. Some people do self-care 15 minutes every hour. You can actually get done with a shower in 15 minutes. I have. If you get in there to shower and get out. If you don't treat your shower like a playground, you can literally get in your shower and be out in 15 minutes. So some people may just insert 15 minutes of self-care every 3 hours. Or some people may say 1 hour of self-care in the first 3 hours, and then every 3 hours after that, only 15, 20 minutes of self-care every the next 2 acts in my day. But anytime you don't include self-care 3 times a day, when you don't include it 3 times a day, you pay the price energetically. The bill comes due. The creator will always sit you down or block everything so that you do get the self-care in. You make up, you see, you owe the creator when you keep saying, eventually I'll do self-care. Eventually I'll do self-care. The creator will block everything in your life, one thing after another. Hi, everybody. So, everything is well. Let's speak positive. Let's speak positive. I don't do hope anymore, y'all. I don't do that word. I don't do that word. It's good to see. It's good to see everything's well with you, Miss V. It's good to see that. Let's flip it. Let's flip it to a positive affirmation. Let's speak it as a fact. It's good to see everybody's well. Okay. Reason why I don't do the word hope is that it puts in, it allows the dark to peek into my window, and I don't want any darkness peeking into my home. So everything is well. Everything is well when things don't look like it's well. Everything is well when things are bad. There is no bad. There's just lessons. We're here to train. So let's stop saying sick and unhealthy. Let's stop speaking like that, y'all. We're experiencing life and we're getting training. Let's call it that. Okay? Becoming unstoppable is also how your definition of life as well. Okay, if you always see that there is a negative in your world and in your life that can get you, then you're not going to be unstoppable. Welcome the bad. I welcome all the bad. You're welcome. You're welcome because you're inspiration. I can get creative ideas from you. I can get challenged. You're testing my character. You're giving me a test. I'm ready for the testing. I don't know how we got to this point of paranoia about the possibility of bad arriving, but it's causing unnecessary fear, anxiety, and chaos. Let's deal with the bad when it comes, if we want to call it bad. Until it actually physically comes, we're not even going to call it that. We're just going to be like, I'm living my life. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. How you speak is really important. Okay, I don't need any prayers. I got my own. I don't need anyone to hope that things are going well for me. I don't need no one to pray for me. Becoming unstoppable is also not depending on the prayers of other people. Rely on your inner power. Okay, every time you so quick to look out of yourself for motivation and inner power, you become codependent. If you look outside yourself for faith in yourself, you become codependent. So you get the faith in yourself before you expect other people to have faith in you. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but champions are not going to other people for faith in them. We do it for ourselves first. Whenever I sit down and write, I'm not writing great stuff all because I'm just more special than any other writer. I write great stuff because I have the faith before I sit down. Okay? Because I'm not leaving the door open, cracked for some fear to come in and anxiety. Until I have the faith Till I have the faith, I don't need to be in my world. I need to stay away. I need to disappear. I need to be gone. As a matter of fact, I need to be out civilization until I can get some faith in myself. Until I have started to water the seed of faith, I need to stay away from civilization. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, y'all. That is exactly how I see it. And why wouldn't things be well? Why wouldn't things be well? Things are always well. You're getting what you're supposed to get. We all get what we're supposed to get. If you didn't do the work, stop complaining and saying you're supposed to get it. You're not supposed to get it. You didn't do the work. Okay? You didn't do the work. You didn't do you didn't do more. What you get will always require more than what you think you should give. What you get will always require more than what you think you should give. If I think I'm supposed to do one video a week, I'm probably supposed to do three. This video is the realest talk because we are humans, and humans can be naturally, subconsciously selfish, entitled human beings. Sometimes our trauma gives us unacceptable entitlement issues. We can be feeling entitled and too privileged in our subconsciousness and not even know that we are. So just to make sure that you're not acting entitled, do more than what you think you should do. The Creator will always reward you for doing more than what you think you should do. Serious. Okay? Hard work travels through the energy, through the energetic web. And people can sense that you do a lot for the world. You don't even got to tell nobody. They can pick it up in your energy. Hi, everybody. Stop saying I'm a human. I'm entitled to my riches. What are you doing? Like, sit down with your pen and say, what are you doing? Are you being a daily student? You will have to be a student of your riches until the day you die. There is no day off from learning it. You have to learn it till you die. I never graduated from writing school. I don't graduate from spiritual school. There is no graduation. Every day I look at it like, okay, I'm going to school. I'm going back to school. I have to learn more about me every single day. I have to learn about what makes me important in society. I have to learn that every single day. And the Creator will put me to the test. For example, I was tested this morning. I had a family member come to me and their spirits were really low. Okay. And I could feel it, and I knew it was a test. The Creator was testing me to see if I was going to be in my destiny energy and, help them with self-love. Okay. Spiritual self-love, because they don't know about that. They don't have any experience in it about spiritual self-love. They never learned it even in their past life. They was just always a workaholic in their past life. So I came in, and was talking to them about being mindful of their words that they were saying. And I told them, I said, I know that you like working. That's something that you did in your past life, but you better start putting yourself first. You have to take care of yourself before trying to chase some money, and you're making a mistake. You're not taking care of yourself first. I told them, I said, you're back in that chasing money energy and you just got sat down by the creator for doing that. I said, now let's not do that again. Okay, let's not do that again. And I had a talk with them. And then after I did that, I got a scripture number that said the creator is the angels are congratulating you for your for the way you're doing your path or whatever. Okay? I'm in training to be a spiritual advisor and mostly a literary artist or a musician. I'm in training with this in this life. So I'm supposed to be sharing it with people who don't know, okay? Who may not have faith in it, who may not believe it will work. The power, the power of the spirit. Because my one family member, they are on the fence. They think that there could be nothing out there when they die. They actually told me this. I said, believe me, there is something there. you know? And I've proven it to them. They have watched me prove it over and over again. So my point is, your 3-act structure has to be looked at like this. Everything I'm doing in each act of my day is training. Okay? When I train, I could train other people. If I don't train, other people don't get their training. See, you can't go down without taking people down with you. And that's what people forget. People forget that when they don't do any training, they go days just surfing on the internet, being an internet junkie. That they take people down with them because they're not training. Okay? And I know some of y'all say, well, this training ain't fun. First of all, if it's not fun, you're probably not chosen for that training. If it's stressful, okay, you're probably not chosen. You're doing the wrong training. When I hear writers say, writing is hard work, no, it's not. You're not chosen to do it. And you're trying to do something that your soul, your muse, doesn't already have in her cabinet. That's what it is. When I hear poets and story writers say writing is hard work, no, it's not. Because if it was something that your soul already has in its metaphysical space, you will be obsessed with training in as a writer. You will look at every day as an opportunity to learn more something about it. See, you're humbled. You would have the humbleness, so you would never think that it's hard. And if it feels like it's exhausting, not hard, if it feels exhausting, it's because you didn't take care of something with yourself. Your energy is not ready to do it. But if it's hard where you're like, I don't know how to edit this, I'm busting my butt to get the editing in, trying to clean this up is hard, it's because you're being prideful. Nothing's hard when you want to learn it. When you say I have to, part of being this position is learning, going to school, seminars for it. When you try to skip over that process, you're going with ego. You're going with ego. So the creator will always block you from mastery. Okay? We are supposed to be asking for help for mastery of what we do. When we're just trying to prove that we are magically equal to someone on a higher level, the creator will block us from natural access of mastery. Stream of consciousness will not be abundant. And I notice in the world right now, there's a lot of all these writers, everybody's saying they're a writer, but every time a gifted, experienced writer come up, who've done the work, they don't ever ask for help. They just try to say we're the same. But when I read their stuff, when I read their comments, they say writing is hard work. I say nope, we ain't the same. We're not the same. We're not the same because I love to learn it. So I never get to feel like it's hard. Hi everybody. Serious. Y'all think that you think that being a gymnast is hard to the winners? To the winners that are of the Olympics? No, it's not. They will out train anyone. They will out train. How about let's stop trying to out create. Let's out train somebody. Like for real. All this I will out create. I will outperform. I will out invent. No, I'm going to out train you. I'm going to out train you. The one that loves to train is the one that is the winner. It's real talk, y'all. Real talk. Okay. Like, for real, you should even not be trying to listen to gurus that don't train you. They should be training you. Y'all see how I trained y'all? I talked about the 3 act also being in your life. Creativity has taught us how we're supposed to live our life. The creative process has taught us how we should actually be in our own personal life. Your stories are teaching you what needs to be rewritten in your life and what needs to be kept, what's working and what's not. This is why being creative will help you to be mindful in your life process. Your daily routine will become mindful. Hi, everybody. I like helping y'all through these videos, but I still got to do me. So I can't sit here and just run my mouth and steer at everybody. I have to still do me. Okay? And because I'm able to talk and do my hair, when I'm talking, doing my hair doesn't seem hard because I'm talking. Okay? There ain't nothing wrong with having distractions, but are they beneficial distractions? What are you getting out of the distraction? Like, serious, are you just getting distracted from something you don't need to be distracted from? Or are you actually getting something that's working in your favor? Okay? Distractions can still be motivation. You know? Um, Talking to people while you cooking, that's good energy. Social connection while you're cooking something is good. There's times when I'm in a workshop on Eventbrite, you know, and while I'm daydreaming or start beginning to think about the idea that the teacher gave, I will stop and talk to the teacher. I did it yesterday. I said, hey, I have a question for you. I was asking her about memoirs. And I said, do you think it's okay to start a memoir about a place? Because I notice a lot of people like to start their memoirs about people and relationships and an experience. But what if I start my memoir with some bit of history? If it's significant to the experience. She said, yes, you can. I said, all right. I said, because every time go to a teacher about it, they never mention about starting as in a sense of place. So I decided to leave my memoir my one memoir the way I opened it, where it was a sense of place. I was ready to delete the opening paragraph and just be like, oh, let me just start it at the situation. But I'm like, the place is a part of the situation, so why can't I start it at the place? So yeah, I decided to ask the lady. Hi everybody. Okay. Stop turning Jesus' name as garbage. It's disrespectful to spam the name of Jesus. That's disrespectful. Do you know it's illegal to put religious stuff in people's mailboxes without permission? It's illegal. And that's what you just did. Stop disrespecting the name of Jesus by spamming his name. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people that think they're using his name right. That's disrespectful. Ain't nothing wrong with saying Jesus in here, but don't keep on saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You're using his name in vain when you do that. Y'all. Y'all. People being here using the name in vain and swear up and down they doing God's work. Telling you, mindfulness, y'all. Okay. Telling me that Jesus loved me ain't training me. Train somebody. I didn't heard that 1,000 times. Say something different. Say something different. Y'all, I'm telling you. Get some self-care in. You think you got self-care in at 5 o'clock, so now I'm going to come up in here and preach. I'm going to bust up in somebody's house and preach. No. You ain't training. Train. Train. If you believe in God so much, open your own space and train. I'm trying to understand why people they don't have their own channel training about God. And why? You scared? You scared? You must be scared for everybody to know you believe in God. It's easy to dump it in here because can't nobody see you. But if you really for God, then you should be like, I'll go public with this. Everybody can see me. Everybody can see me on this channel. Hiding your energy while preaching God is devil energy. Preaching God only when somebody can't see you is devil energy. Because you don't want nobody to access your energy. That means you wicked. I want to see every Christian on here start their own channel. I want to see you do it. How deep do your belief go? How deep is it? You complaining about money, you praying to get out your situation, but you won't even start your own channel. Make it make sense. You could start 15 channels on YouTube. But no, you don't want to. I'm protecting my energy. Okay, God help those that help themselves. All that praying ain't gonna do it alone. You're not helping yourself. You're seeing all these opportunities to help yourself and you're doing nothing. Okay, you can start 15 channels and 15 different ways to do God's work. You care so much, you willing to slap Jesus in somebody's face? Start your YouTube channel. Let me see you slap it on YouTube with different YouTube channels. Let me see you do that. You don't want your employer to find out that you're a Christian. That's what it is. You don't want nobody to know who you are. You're trying to hide from your employers and your friends. You want to be a Christian in secret. Then you don't believe. You really don't believe. You really don't. I'll do this out in the street. Y'all done seen me do videos with me doing this out in the street. I'll do this out in the street. Believe me, there's employers that see this channel. There's friends that see this channel. I got atheists in my family. They probably think I done lost my mind. I don't care. You can have all the scriptures you want, but if you ain't got no spot on line for Jesus, then I'm out training you. I'm out training you, and I believe more than you. Y'all, for real. If you don't got no channel, no spot online, doing the work of God, I believe more than you. For real, you can reach more people online, so why ain't you doing it online? You trying to get the word out? Y'all, you want to get the word out so bad that you want to hide out on and do some witch hunt. Let me go for every psychic online. You could come for us with your own spot. Like, why don't you start your YouTube channel and just come for psychics all day on here? Okay? You can start your own little church group protesting against psychics. You won't. Because you're scared that you're going to lose some friends who aren't Christian. That's what it is. You're trying to straddle the fence. You're trying to straddle the fence. That's what you're trying to do. Y'all, I be putting people on Front Street. I don't want to rub people the wrong way by having an only Christian YouTube speaking against psychics. I might lose my friends. That's exactly why you won't win. You won't accept that there's a group for you. There's a group for you, and that's it. Stop trying to have everybody on your side while you really don't care for some of them. That's fake. That's fake. You don't care for psychics, but you want to keep them as friends. Offline. You want to sit there and be like, just in case any of my friends psychic, I don't want to rub them the wrong way. But I'll go ahead and attack their group online, and they might not know because I'm under a fake account. Fake. You're the devil. You're the devil. Fake. You believe in it, stand by it. Stand firm for your beliefs. The Creator don't reward cowards. You don't get extra and something new for being a coward. You won't get the same. You're not going to get lucky. Without your 9-to-5 job, you'll be screwed. Some people don't even know they'll be stuck without that 9-to-5 job. Some baby boomers think, oh, I got a 9-to-5 job. I was covered in favor. Look, criminals got a 9-to-5 job. There's criminals with 9-to-5 job. That ain't nothing special. That ain't nothing special. Like Trent Jr. said, that ain't nothing special. Your little customer service job with your criminal record. There's people with criminal records with customer service jobs. Nothing special. How special are you outside of that 9-to-5 job? Okay? There's addicts and alcoholics and drug addicts and womanizers and criminals and man beaters working 9-to-5 job every single day. Y'all, that's where I be calling it what it is. I'm not for everybody. That's how I know I'm chosen. I'm not for everybody. You either love me or you don't like me. My truth hits people in the head hard. I'm not for everybody because I'm not here to baby grown folks. I'm not into that energy. I tell it like it is. You miserable, love yourself more. You won't be miserable. For real. There's people with less money loving themselves more. I had to tell somebody on the phone the other day. I said, do you know there's people with less money than you loving themselves more? I said, you sitting up there with 2 cars, 2 beautiful cars, 2 homes, and your own apartment, and you sitting up there whining like a little crybaby. I said, there's people with less than you, more bougie, more knowing they more covered and favored. Now that should make you want to get up. They said that made them get up. They called me the next day. They said, I got up and took care of myself after that conversation. That's what he said. He's somebody from my Facebook who I had been counseling or whatever. Counseling is a part of my life purpose, y'all. I can't be a matrix counselor because I can't tell the cold hard truth as a matrix counselor. So I'm a non-traditional counselor. And I told him the cold hard truth. And he said, I got up. He said, woo, I got up and shaved and cleaned myself and everything the next day. I said, there's poor people getting up and washing up whatever soap they got, putting on whatever clean clothes they got. They doing whatever they can do with their money. And you sitting up there crying a river, and you was able to get a lot of money young, at a young age. Some people ain't even going to see their big pot of gold, their big success until they're older. People like me. Some of us is only chosen to have big success and to get a lot of luck once we become empresses and emperors. But this guy, he was a knight getting things that emperors should get. And he's sitting up there crying a river. I said, stop crying a river in my ear, you're an emperor. I said, you bringing your whole kingdom down. I told him that the truth. I said, if you ain't strong as an emperor, ain't nobody making it in your family. Get about that energy. That's bad for the family. I said, that's bad for the family. I told him this on the phone. Y'all. He got triggered. My friend got triggered and he got the hell up out of that energy. I had to tell a family member this morning, a male family member this morning. I stopped saying who the people are to protect their privacy, y'all. I want to protect their privacy. But I was telling a male family member this morning. I said, don't stop doing stuff for people that people can do themselves. I said, that's why you don't take care of yourself. I said, people can make their own food. People can take out their own trash. Unless they're a 90-year-old crippled person, disabled, they can take their own trash out. Stop going to people's houses to take their trash out. No. They don't want to smell the garbage. They want you to smell the garbage. That's what I told them. I said, it's not the beginning of the end. They said, oh, I'm old. It's the beginning of the end. I said, no, it's not. You're just in another chapter. I said, and you're learning a tough lesson about not taking care of yourself. I told them that. Do one thing for yourself every 3 hours. And ain't nobody going to be able to tell you nothing. All your haters is going to hate you even more. They're going to be like, where you getting this courage from every time of day? Don't be like, oh, I take care of myself in the morning, then I go about my day. That's not enough, y'all. You know you're dealing with endless toxicity. You know you under heavy attacks. You know this. You know your coworkers are toxic. You know your family members are toxic. Neighbors are toxic. We're not in the 1950s anymore. We're not in Pleasantville anymore. Y'all, this is real talk. Okay? You know when you did some real work on yourself, it's by the end of the day you almost conceited. Somebody can mistake you for being conceited. That's when you know you did some work on yourself. Okay? That's when you know. When you know you're about to work on yourself, you don't even give a damn the energy that everybody's in the morning. You like, everybody can stare at me if they want to. I didn't came for the work. I didn't came for the work on myself. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all. Serious. This might sound conceited, but everybody can eat my dust the first hour I'm woke. My spirit, y'all. I was allowed to rise from the grave. God gave me another day to rise from the grave, because y'all don't know this, but everyone's near death. When you go to sleep, you're near death. If you sleep too deep, you die. You're always near death when you sleep. So when you wake up, you celebrate yourself, because the Creator gave you another day to do what you love without apology. You got one more day. And once you find something you enjoy and love, the elementary of it. See, I'm not talking about big game in it. The elementary, if you just love the elementary of it, you'll be happy that you woke up every day to do it. You'll be like, woo, I'm so happy to get up and do elementary. Do elementary. Okay? I can always make it more than that at a later time. But I didn't woke up for elementary. I didn't woke up to love me some basic. I woke up to love me some basic writing. I can always make it better in the second act. It could be as basic as it want to be. It could be 90% basic in the first act. Because a lot of people, they need kindling before it could get embellished, glittery. People want kindling in the work. So the first 2 hours of your day is like kindling. Everything gonna go slow. We're gonna keep this basic. We're gonna keep this basic. We ain't putting some fancy wood on the fire. No, we ain't doing that. It's basic. A lot of y'all say y'all having a hard time showering is because y'all will not start off basic. So you start off basic in the shower. Little rinse down. your basic soap. Because if you can't give gratitude for basic, you don't even deserve the fancy. So you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to get basic in the shower. See, if you think that you're going to get fancy before you take a shower, that's high pressure. That's intimidating to your spirit. But basic is not intimidating. So when you say, I'm going to get in the shower and first 5 minutes, I'm going to be basic. I'm going to be straight up basic, okay? It's going to be like some little corny body wash down my body. I might just stand in the shower. That's real basic. I'll just stand in it for 3 minutes. We need basic love. The reason why a lot of relationships are not working out is people don't appreciate the basic no more. Chocolates and flowers for Valentine's Day. People want money, cash, gift cards, everything for Valentine's Day. It's wild. It is straight up wild how basic is so obsolete. Yet, if you ever look at the work that famous people are doing, it is basic. I don't mean no harm, but Monet is basic, y'all. Some of y'all gonna disagree. The artwork of Monet is basic to me. All he did was blur some flowers up. Anybody can do that. Somebody can literally put some little paint on a paper, then blur it with their finger. See, that's basic. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? I want some basic friends. Where my basic booze at? Where my basic booze? Yeah, I want some basicness. I need more basicness. Y'all, I busted my beauty products down, my hair products to basic. I wear my hair in one style now. That's very basic. I don't change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cornrows, basic. If I want something, look, for real, if I want something different, something that's not basic for my hair, I'll get somebody else to do it. For real. Let somebody else that don't do basic teach you how to not be basic. For real. If you think your writing is basic, go get you some work by somebody whose work is not basic and just do what they did. Literally just let them teach you. But the creator only need you to be basic. Okay? Look at the angels, they basic. They walking around in robes. Like, for real, that's real basic, y'all. That's real basic. They walking around, the angels are walking around exactly how they was born. That's basic. Being how you born now is basic. It's not It's not pleasing to TikTok. Instagram don't like it. Y'all telling you know, I got one product of everything I need here on the table. One jar of cream, one jar of hair grease, and one jar of gel. And it's the same products. I ain't changing it. I ain't changing it. I'm done, y'all. You will have so much time. You say you want to live long, be more basic. For real. That's why you feel like you're getting old. That's why you feel like you never have enough time for stuff. That's why one of your 3 acts a day are cut short. You feel like it was a waste of time. Cause you ain't being basic. Like, this is the realest talk. Basic. Basic. Yeah, it's basic to just walk around the museum, ain't it? Because people nowadays, they need to take a bunch of pictures. They need to talk about everything. Walking in silence is basic now. Hi, everybody. People need stuff in their ears. Woo! Man, I tell you. Let somebody give you just $20. That's basic. Be happy with your little $20 that you got. Okay? Be happy that you got 3 bed sheets. You're able to wash them. Can't you wash them? Be basic. It ain't about being a minimalist. It's about appreciating the basic. Okay? We need to get back to basic. I brought one weight. I got one weight down here. I put the rest of my weights away. Because all I need is one weight. Just switch arms. See, that's basic. And then it leaves more space in my living room. I got one candle down here now. Basic. I don't need other candles. I'm not even buying shampoo and conditioner no more. I got baking soda. That's basic. I can use baking soda for more than one thing. I'm not buying no more shampoo and conditioner. If I get it, somebody better buy it. I'm not buying shampoo no more. Somebody else will have to buy it because I can use what's in my kitchen. Basic. Hi, everybody. Okay. I watch Poker Face a lot. You know the series Poker Face, y'all? I know some people like, but you said you watched the series a lot. Didn't you see it before? And? See, that's basic. Watching the same series more than once is basic. I don't need to see every series. I don't need something new. I don't need new series and everything on TV. I need what I enjoy. I love the episodes of Poker Face. That girl is so funny. She's straight. She be catching everybody in lies. I like it. I think it's a wonderful series. The stories. That series, that's the only thing about that series, it will show you how you've been wasting your time. I think everybody needs to watch the series Poker Face. It really shows how much bull BS is going on in the world, how people are wasting their precious time. You know, how solitude can be beneficial. Why it's important to start off alone and then decide who's going to be in your energy. That we ain't always got to wake up with somebody. You know, there's people that always think because they live with a boo or a partner that they always got to wake up with them. Or they always got to travel with somebody. I like Poker Face because it reminds us all that life is exciting even when we go at it by ourselves. We don't need to go on vacation with people. We don't need to take road trips with people. We need to protect ourselves. And we need to be honest and good people. And the protection will come. I find that when you hang out in big crowds of people too long, the the darkness comes in stronger. See, I don't like that. Small crowds is better, y'all. I'm telling you. The devil is reluctant to attack small crowds. I know we think big crowds. The devil gets nourished and fed attacking big crowds of people. Nourished and fed. That guy who did that shooting at Tops, he wasn't nourished and fed. He could have swore he was going to get more people. He thought he was going to get more people. That's why he started going deeper into the store. He got thirsty. He ran out of people real fast. I'm keeping it real. His little demon thought he was going to get a lot of black people, and it backfired because he didn't realize how small that community was. See, he thought it was going to be packed with black folks, as if black folks, we all go to the same place all the time, and he got played. He got played. Okay? I don't want to gamble with my life in big crowded places. The devil wants to get real messy in crowded places. You know? It's easy to spot, it's easy to catch evil when the group is small. Hi everybody. What up everybody? I can't begin to tell y'all how many times people in my family hid under my radar, all because it was so many family members in the room. I felt the negative energy, but I couldn't pinpoint where it was coming from because it was too many people in the room. See what I'm saying? This is why when I go in groups on Eventbrite and I see 25 people in here, I leave. I leave. If I do stay, I don't participate. I don't get on camera. I say it's too many people in here for me to get on camera. It could be all kind of demons in this chat. So I look at the number. I say if there's 4 people in here, okay, I'll get on video. I'll get on video. But once it get up past the number 11, it's past the number 11. Is more people in the group than on the clock. Is more people in the group than on the clock. Than time on the clock. I am not getting on camera and I'm leaving early. I'm leaving early. I'm not going to be browsing around there like the devil can't be in there. Oh, the devil is in there. There's more people than what's on the clock. Hi, everybody. Like whenever I see these numbers in my chat in here, if it goes up to like 200 people in here, I stop giving away a lot of downloads. I'll stick with one download. I'd be like, nope, time to cut back on my generosity. Your generosity is for your club, not for just anybody to just come and take it. Okay, that's something I found out. Okay, when it gets to be like 100 people or even 50 in a live video, it's time to cut back on how many downloads you give. Start watching the chat count, because that means that there's probably enough darkness in there that's probably there just to take your downloads and do something trifling. Hi everybody. I hope you're doing something nice for yourself right now and not just listening to me. I hope you're taking care of yourself and not just listening to me. You could be filing them toenails. You know your toenails need to be clipped. Come on, y'all. Clip them toenails while you watching me. Check your feet while you watching me. Bust out your hair razor. Get some clippers out and shave your beard. Ladies, get rid of that hair on your face while you talking, while you listening to me. Okay? Y'all be keeping it real. Okay. So I'm right on time with my schedule. My first act is about to be over. I'm gonna fry me an egg. That's another thing, y'all. I'm doing all my meals basic. I don't really want to use food for strength no more. You know how we've been taught to do the energy diet? I'm like, I'm good. I can get energy without food. Confidence gives you energy. Confidence, y'all. Self love gives you energy. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Soon as I get the love of myself, I'll be like, woo! Where does energy come from? When I keep my can I keep my mind on me when I'm doing self care? I don't need no pineapple. I don't need no pineapple. When cats are combing their hair, they don't need no pineapple. they they don't need no zebra. Cats ain't thinking about no zebra when they combing their hair. They in their power. Hi everybody. We got members in the house. JJ029. JJ029. I I put some videos, new videos for the members, some replays. Okay? I've been popping new videos for members. Y'all gonna always get videos on this channel. Until YouTube press the delete button, I'ma always put some videos up for members and for anybody that's in my email. So love the Most High, Anita, Wendell, and yeah, and a couple other people I think that's been talking to me. Y'all will always have videos. Even if I don't upload no public videos, I will still put videos up for y'all. This channel's been around too long for me to delete it. I had to accept that, y'all. I had to accept by the fact that this channel's an antique. It's like historical for me, you know. Someday I'm gonna look back on this channel, and it's gonna be in a couple of years. I'm gonna look back on this channel and be like, wow, I came a long way. Within a couple years, I'm gonna be looking back on this channel and be like, damn, I came a long way. According to my scriptures, within the next 10 years, something big is supposed to come in. I'm supposed to have something real big happen to me, a dream fulfilled before I die. It's kind of faded, y'all, because I was a prisoner in my past life. Basically, I felt I was in a situation where I had no support. I compromised my freedom. I felt like I had to give up my freedom. Maybe I was afraid to fight back, or maybe all the power was against me in my past life. But the Creator said it's a hard pass in this life. You know, I had to tell somebody today. I said, don't even worry about me. I'm cool. I got it covered. I said, I need my freedom. I said, I need my freedom, and I'm all right. I said, I'm fine with basic. That's what I told him. I said, you can make me a bowl of soup. You can slap some soup in the microwave. I'm good. I don't need no gourmet meal. I said, I got other things to think about. Food is not a high priority for me. I'm an empress. You know, when you're born a celestial empress, food should be like something like, yeah, it's optional. Because you already learned how to fast. You already learned how to give gratitude for what you have, and gratitude for the work you can do even while you're hungry. You know, in my past life, I was like a slave. I had moments where I starved and everything. So I learned the gratitude of just, you know, having spiritual power even without food and fancy things. I learned that fancy things it's not going to replace inner love, and neither is food. It never will. Why do you think when you try to go to food and you eat a lot of food and you think it's going to replace it, you just feel more empty. You just feel like I didn't do nothing. I'm still empty. You're very welcome. Matter of fact, start out fasting, people. Like serious. Like when you see people eat food around you, eat less. Most people in your I'm telling you, most people are eating too much food. So let everybody else make their plates before you and be like, what you eating? And then be like, I'm gonna eat a little less than you. Because a lot of people are in that greedy energy. Serious, like our body don't even need half as what we think it need. Like, do you know our body can literally thrive off 80 grams of protein? Like, I hear people on YouTube say 100 grams of protein. No, y'all. Your body can do just fine on 80 grams. The reason why people are so dependent on 100 grams or 120 grams of protein is because they're not doing the inner work before they're eating. All right, they didn't do enough spiritual work, so that's why they become so codependent. They're using food to replace the spiritual work that they should have did. Hi, everybody. Tweezers, oops. Yeah, stop listening to people without doing you. For real, I'm serious, y'all. Have a limit. Be like, I've been listening to your mouth, Miss B, for an hour. Let me bust out my razor and my clippers. The hell I look like? I know you saying you should be like Miss B. I know you saying some stuff that I could use. But hey, I still gotta do me. Y'all, serious. For real. I got the most simplest hair routine. Look, I don't need fast growing hair. I don't need glorious hair. I just need my hair to not fall out. And I need my hair to feel good. My scalp should feel good. My hair should feel good. The moment it don't feel good, I need to take care of it. Okay? I need to clean it, wash it, or whatever. I also need it to look like I'm taking care of it. Someone should be like, oh, she taking care of her hair. I don't need somebody to say my hair is beautiful. That's a cute style. I don't need no one to tell me it's a cute style. I need the people to say, I see that you're taking care of it. Serious. Because everything that look cute ain't taken care of. Everything dressed up ain't taken care of. Anyone can slap on a glorious wig and their hair don't be taken care of underneath. Anybody can put some clothes on and they didn't walk at all. They just sat around in some cute clothes. So I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all know how I get sometimes. I'm in my sassy energy today. Yeah. Somebody can talk about you. Say, be like this. Look, you can talk about me all you want, but you know I look like I'm taking care of myself. You know you see it, right? You know you see it. When family members go to say you fat, you still chubby, be like, but you see me dieting, don't you? You see me working out. You see me doing the work. That's what I told my one family member. That's like, you still got a little tummy. I said, but I'm doing the work. You're watching me do the work. They got irritated and walked away, y'all. It irritated their demons for me to say that. They walked away. They said, oh, she gonna throw the ace out there. I threw the ace out there, but I'm doing the work. I said, you're not. I said, you're fat and not doing the work. I'm fat and doing the work. I'm chubby. I was fat. We was the same weight. I said, but I'm chubby now, still doing the work. You're as fat as you was last year and you're not doing any work. I said, so I don't want to hear what you got to say. That's what I told my family member. They walked away. They walked away. Then they came back a couple days later and was like, you know what, you was right about that. I ain't gonna lie, you was right about that. I said, exactly. Now, if you really my family, just be happy I'm doing the work. Otherwise, you ain't family. You ain't family. Y'all. Hi, JJ. When somebody talk about you, be like, so, I'm doing the work. I could track all my work that I did at Planet Fitness. Look at my fitness app. Throw it in their face. Be like, oh, you still fat. Be like, but I'm not fat as I was last month, though. I'm doing the work. uh, somebody might be like, somebody might be like, you got two bad teeth in your mouth. Be like, that's less than the five teeth. Say, I could prove it. I got three teeth extracted last month. They'll be like, oh, you petty? No, be like, you petty, because you think you know the work I'm doing. You think you can insult me like I'm not doing the work. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my dental records that I am doing the work. y'all, y'all know I keep it real. Same thing with 4C here. Most people don't got a problem with 4C here. It's the reason why some people don't like 4C here, because I'll call it what it is. Because some people with 4C here ain't doing the work. I'm serious. Like, they're not showing that they're taking care of it. They're keeping it uneven. They're keeping it untamed. It's dry. They're keeping it dry. They're not sealing in moisture. So that's why some people will be like, oh, your 4C here is ugly. But I'm telling you, when you get a fresh trim and you get those dead ends removed and you're keeping it moisturized, a lot of people do not got a problem with it. They don't got a problem with it where they'll be like, I don't want to be seen with you. They'll still want to be seen with you. Nobody wants to be seen with someone that looks like they're not doing any work on themselves. Nobody do. Y'all, that's just the truth. I just keep it real. Like, a family member of mine got their hair cut, and I was about to stop them, right? But then I realized they don't really have the time to keep up with their long hair. Plus, their long hair, it was starting to thin in the front of their hair from them keeping it in a ponytail. So I told them, I said, it's probably easier for them to get haircuts because of their schedule. Okay. So, I said, yeah, maybe, get a haircut. I said, but make sure that they cut it in a way where it looks like you're taking care of it. Don't let them just cut your hair any kind of way, because then it defeats the purpose of getting a haircut. So I was talking to them about getting a haircut that goes with the shape of their head. So they got a haircut that went with the shape of their head, and their haircut looks really nice. Like, I was like, damn, like, I was like, you look even 10 times better. But they only got about 20 minutes out of their day to do their hair. So I said, you better off getting it cut then, you know? So they trying to take care of their mom. They're trying to work long hours. They still got to find time to wash up and clean their house. So they only got about 20, 30 minutes for their hair. And they're a male. I said, you might as well just go ahead and get it cut then. And so that's what they did. Ain't nothing wrong with having short hair. If short hair is going to make your hair look like you're taking care of it, go get it cut. Like, it's not even about long, short, none of that. It's about, do it look healthy? Do your hair look like you're taking care of it? Like, if I pick people in my life right now, it's because they look like they are taking care of themselves. I don't care how long their hair is. I don't care if they're bald head. I don't care. They just need to look like they are trying to love themselves. You know, putting effort into love yourself is rewarded. The creator do reward you for self-care. Like, that is deep. I know we think everybody's doing self-care, so why would I get a reward for it? Believe it or not, a lot of people are not. They just fake it and looking like they are. Some people are going 10 years without a shower. Like, I was in a group where we were talking about people that's dealing with trauma, and there was people that are saying, oh, I go 6 weeks without showering. I'm like, you know what? I don't belong in this group. I don't belong in this group. I didn't even know there was people out here in the world going 6 weeks in 10 years without showering. That blew my mind. But if you showing up for yourself at least 3 days out of the week, you're doing better than a lot of people. I know you think that you're not. Like, oh, I took care of myself 3 times a week. I'm falling behind. No, you're actually getting ahead. There's mass worldwide depression. Somebody was talking about that on YouTube. Depression has got America on its knees. Like, for real, y'all. This is why, no, basic can help you get through depression. You can bust through depression by being basic. Wash, shampoo, nice haircut, a little bit of mousse in your hair, and go about your way. See? Depression is sometimes that you was doing too much and you keep doing too much and you keep expecting too much of yourself too soon. It ain't always from abuse. It's sometimes depression comes from abuse of yourself. You being the slave master of yourself. And I know that's a hard thing to even think about. You know, I was in here doing my hair for 6 hours. I said, this is self-abuse. I'm in here doing my hair for 6 hours like I'm going to live forever in this body. Like I'm not going to die. Like I'm not running out of time. I said, this is disrespectful to the creator. Somebody else is supposed to be doing, 3 people are supposed to be doing my hair if it takes 6 hours. If a hairstyle takes 6 hours, in the old days, the empress would have 3 people on her head. That is mental health abuse. You are literally pushing through, twisting your head in different ways, back bending, fingers twisting, doing all that for 6 hours. No, y'all. Y'all. This is why when I go to the salon, if they say it's going to take more than 3 hours, I say, can I get 2 people? They look at me like I'm crazy. I ain't got time to be sitting here 7 hours. I'm not sitting in no salon 7 hours. That's two chapters of my day. That's 2 chapters of my day. That means I blessed the salon more than the salon blessed me. They got all my energy from 2 chapters. They got my cooking energy. They got my other self-care energy. They got my environmental health care energy. No. Y'all. No, No. Once it gets into the second chapter of your day, you're going to either have to take a break to do something else for yourself, or you need 2 people on your head. I went to the salon a couple months ago. It took them 4 hours to do a roller set. I said, no, it should not take 4 hours to slap some rollers in my hair. No. My energy's being harvested. I said, never again. The next time I went back, I said, I want 2 people putting those roller sets in my hair. Y'all, why did they get done in 1 hour? I said, because you know why? The stylist that I went to last time, she was harvesting my energy. When she was going super slow, she was sucking up my energy. I was so shocked. I was like, you mean to tell me I only got chin length hair and it's taking 4 hours for these rollers to be in my hair? I said, because the manager was like, you may want to come early next time because it took 4 hours. I looked at her like, I was here 4 hours? She was like, yeah, it took 4 hours for your roller set. I knew that I had a witch in my hair. I said, that was a witch. That's what I said. And I said, the next time I come, there's going to be two people in my head, and they better be done under 3 hours for a roller set. I said, she was just loving my energy. She was just like, woo! She was loving the celibate energy. She could feel my celibacy. She was like, "Ooh, this woman haven't had sex in a very long time. So I'm just gonna suck up her crown chakra." She was sucking up all my energy. Cause don't be fooled, these witches can tell when you're celibate. They can sense it. So she was just using her little witch fingers to just like she was sipping on my crown chakra for like 4 hours. Y'all celibate women, y'all better stop sitting in them chairs with one person in your head for 6 hours, y'all. I'm telling you, you're gonna notice. You're gonna notice that your hair is falling out eventually. You're gonna have a heavy shedding phase, and you're gonna notice that money ain't coming to you. Okay. I'm telling you, never let one person in your head almost a full day's work schedule. If they in your head is the amount of time that you spend at your 9 to 5 job, 6, 8 hours, they benefiting more than you. Okay. All the thoughts you're having, all the downloads you're getting, it's going right into their fingers. I keep telling y'all that hands have consciousness. Your fingers, y'all cannot see it, but y'all fingers are little mouths. Do y'all know the tip of your fingers have mouths, little mouths on them? There's openings on your fingers. Your soul has openings on your fingers. Why do you think you could touch some things and absorb the information of them? So when you have people just in your hair, playing in your hair for 6 hours, they sucking, y'all. That becomes that's getting sexual, y'all. That's getting sexual. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. It's gonna be a cold day in hell before I go back to the salon. In order for me to go to the salon, I'm gonna be going kicking and screaming, y'all. The next time I go to the salon, the only way I will go to a salon is after my money come. If I'm waiting on money, I'm not going to the salon. I'm not going to the salon. If I go to the salon, I want a shampoo and conditioner, and you are not styling my hair. When people style your hair, that's working their energy through your hair. It's like after the shampoo and conditioning, no. That's okay. That's okay. I will style my hair. The only way I go to the salon now is wash and go. And I mean wash and go. It means shampoo, condition, and you will not comb my hair out. As a matter of fact, y'all, do you know you should even be combing your hair out after conditioning unless you're going to style it? Because you're really supposed to comb your hair out before you shampoo. Before you shampoo and condition, you're supposed to have combed your hair out already. And then you comb the conditioner through. But once the conditioning is rinsed out, you're not supposed to comb it again. Unless it's actually being styled. Like you need to braid it or you want to plait it. Other than that, you just literally, I'm telling y'all, your hair will look so nice, especially 4C hair girls. If you just do the little comb through with the conditioner, rinse it out, and just go. Like literally, put your moisturizer in your conditioner. Okay? So let's say you do a conditioning treatment and then you do a deep moisturizing treatment. After you do your deep moisturizing treatment, do not comb your hair. Don't comb your hair again. Because when I went to the salon and the lady did that, she shampooed my hair, she did a washout conditioning, and she did a deep conditioner on my hair. Y'all, when I tell y'all, before she combed my hair out, my hair looked so gorgeous. It looked like it was styled by God. Like, I know that's wild, but it was as if the creator styled my hair when I got the conditioner. And I looked in the mirror and was like, wow, It looked like somebody slapped a wig on my hair. My coils was all nice and tight and wrinkly. I love the way they was just like doing what they wanted to do. I wasn't, the coils wasn't being controlled. It looked real nice, y'all. She was like, "You want me to comb it out and do it?" I was like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "Leave it just like this." And after that, I was like, "I will never let anyone comb my hair out after a deep conditioner. After I do the deep condition, only person that will comb my hair will be me." Try it one day, y'all. Be like, literally, just like work the deep condition through your hand. Use your fingers like your fingers is a comb. Work the deep conditioner through. Okay? Put your little cap on. Leave your cap on like 10-15 minutes. Then cool rinse the conditioner out. And then just go. Like literally, y'all. Only thing to put in your hair is maybe you might want to spray some oil in. You can spray your botanical leave-in conditioner in your hair. But don't comb it again, y'all. Don't comb it again. Like when you comb your hair twice, a full head combing in like 30 minutes breaks your hair. Breaks your hair, y'all. Your hair doesn't like that over combing. Not when you have afro hair. As a matter of fact, for me now, and I will only, y'all may think this is crazy, but I comb my hair every 2 weeks now. Nope, I comb my hair to get the dead hair out. That's it. Growth wants to be left alone. Growth doesn't want you micromanaging it and planning it and all of that, y'all. Just leave the growth alone. It even goes for the same for I'm gonna get on video. I'm gonna get on video for a minute, y'all, so y'all can see me. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to get to it. Even goes for creative work. Most artwork needs to be left alone for like a week at least. You need to not change it. Hold on, y'all. Get on video here. Okay. So y'all can't see me. This is the problem with the low light. And I don't do artificial light in my eyes anymore. I do natural light. Hi, everybody. Let me see if I can get on video here. Hi, everybody. My face is looking all full, y'all. Anti-aging in the house. Start letting people to see you the same every damn day. Something is powerful about showing up the same every day. Like for real, like you wear the same type of clothes, you wear the same hairdo, everything just the same. It's actually pretty powerful. Hi, everybody. Oh, y'all, let me see if I can get on video here. Okay. I'm looking at my hair, y'all. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay, so I got some self-care in my first chapter. So my second chapter of my day, I'm going to, I think I'm going to get some yoga in on the second chapter of my day and fold some clothes. I'm going to put some laundry away and get some yoga in. My third chapter, I'm actually going to shower. Now, I know some of you are like, I shower in the morning. Gifted artists, we do not like to shower until we're done with the work. I know y'all think that's gross, but geniuses, people who are becoming geniuses in their craft or they're about to become geniuses, a lot of us don't shower until bedtime. The morning hours, we might do a little wash up, But our hardcore shower ain't till bedtime. Showers is good to take before bed. You sleep good. I think the empress should shower before bed because the empress can be dealing with hormonal changes. And so it's easy to get insomnia when you're an empress, but it's easier to go to sleep when you have taken a shower. You took a cold, refreshing shower, minty, relaxed. You are relaxed, you know. So I decided to switch my showers to later in the day rather than in the morning. So I know that my greatest challenge is getting my hair done, getting this part done. Okay. So I try to get this done in the first two chapters of my day. You know, ears cleaned, face groomed, hair done, everything done, feet done. And then nighttime, I take me a nice little shower and go to bed. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. My cell phone needs charge. I like showering at night. I like showering after I got everything done because I find that if you got things to do and you say, "Yeah, I got stuff to do after I shower," you'll be like, "I don't think I can shower." See? Hold on, y'all. I started brushing my teeth, y'all. I got to do the alphabet. If you're not sure, if you're not sure how long you're supposed to brush your teeth, it is the alphabet. You're supposed to be saying the alphabet in your mind as you're brushing your teeth. Okay? Once you get done with the alphabet in your mind, you're done brushing your teeth. Excuse me, y'all. I'm clearing everything out. Woo, child. I'm gonna put some hydrogen peroxide and water in my ears in a couple minutes. So I break my body down. I'll be like, everything above the neck get done. Then everything below get done. The whole body get done. And if I feel like the below needs a touch up before I do the shower, then I just bust out my baby wipes. I just bust out my baby wipes. If you haven't been rolling in the mud, you shouldn't be stressing about a full shower in the morning. You can always do your full shower before bed. If you're not if you're not being trifling, if you ain't playing in the dirt, if you're not sleeping with multiple people, I find that I notice I can wait longer for my showers ever since I became celibate. I think some people's energy be slimy, like trifling. Ever since I stopped people from touching me, I don't let random people hug me or touch me, and I'm celibate a lot of the time. I find that I can go longer without a shower in a 24-hour period. Hi everybody. Thank you for the compliments. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Ladies, tell them. I look so good tonight. I woke up like this. Okay, y'all. All right, so whenever I have a little routine now, once I start doing dishes, it means that I'm ready to start writing. So I try not to do dishes unless I'm ready to sit down and do some writing for the day, to work on my stories and my books and stuff. Something I am writing is supposed to bring me and a lot of money. I don't even care to know what it is. You know, I can go to a psychic and be like, which one is it? But I don't care to know. My scripture says something I'm doing is going to give me a big success. And I only see the scripture numbers when I'm writing. But I want it to be a surprise, so I'm not going to go to a psychic trying to find out what it is. I hope y'all will join my channel. I'm starting a channel that's dedicated to playing my French horn, y'all. I'm going to start playing my French horn again. Yesterday, the number for freedom, okay, came out for a lot of y'all. You know what freedom means? Doing what makes you happy. Doing what's fun, regardless of how anybody feel about it. So, I lived a long time worried about what people would say about me being a black woman who likes to play the French horn. I told y'all that I got crippling fear, like John Candy. I got crippling fear, y'all, from playing the French horn in society. I really enjoyed it. I got really good at it, but the fear, y'all, of being, the fear of people knowing that I'm a black woman playing the French horn. You know, I felt like I was the laughing stock. Back in them days, people would make fun of you like over stuff like that. But now I don't care. You know? Hi, what? Hi, baby. Hi, what? You get one kiss a day, Hansi, because I don't want your germs. One. Yes, no more kissing. You can hear about me. You want to hear about me? I don't want my face to break out. Your germs ain't like my germs. You got different kind of germs, but. Hi, everybody. Hansi is a cat. He likes kisses on his head. You're so greedy for attention. But I don't want your germs, Bubba. Y'all, he likes me to hold his face. Hansi likes me to hold his face, look into his eyes, and rub his head. Why do you like this so much? Because you feel spoiled? Okay, Bubba, that's enough, all right? Hansi's like, massage my head, Mom. All right, bye, everybody. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. If y'all like to donate, you can donate to my writing and my music life. I decided to start playing my French horn again, y'all. So I got me a book. I got me a book on Amazon to play some fun songs. So I'm gonna do some YouTube videos with me doing scales. I'm gonna start my scales today. Okay, I'm just gonna be doing. I swear to goodness, I'm gonna be doing like 40 minutes of just scales. You know, until the memory come back, because you know you can never unlearn something completely. So what'll happen is muscle memory will kick in at some point, and then I'll just be doing all the notes like I used to. You know, the keys of the French horn. Um, so I'm gonna be doing some scales for 30 minutes to trigger my muse to remember how to do it, and then I'll be doing like some little songs like Old McDonald and some other songs. Once I do some real childish songs for about 3 months, then I'm gonna do some famous songs. You know, I'm gonna do a Beyonce song. I woke up like this. I'll be on my first turn like. I'll maybe get some music sheets for like some famous songs. Um, you know that song, Impossible, Impossible. I can hear that on the French horn. I walk out. I think I'm gonna play. How I'm supposed to breathe with no air. I'm gonna learn that on the French horn too. It's gonna be fun. Okay, bye everybody. See y'all later.